Welcome to Knocked Up After the Shot. As always, I'm your boy Justin. Today we are doing something a little different. Not going to be talking as much about the outdoors and more about bourbon, so it's going to be fun. We are going to do a taste test of 100 proof bourbons, 4 100 proof bourbons, and 4 bourbons that are 90 to 95. And we're going to blind taste them to see which one is our favorite. So we picked some of the top ones that we like, and we want to know if our taste buds match the price tag, or if we're paying too much for bourbon that we don't even really like. So that's what's going on here. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that bell so you make sure that you get every video drop we do and every time that we post TikTok and reel on Instagram. Message me if you got any questions. And as always, I appreciate you guys being here. So let's get into it. Let's start drinking. David is Ray Charles in it.
Like all the neat gear you see, he's added a light bar. Man, it is bright.
I got a ring light behind us, and we got the LED strips on the deal now in the back. And David is not happy about the light ring or whatever's going on over there. So it does make it look better. You can't argue with me on that.
Shiny.
Yo, old Mr. Clean over here is figuring it out. So like I said before, just me and David hanging out, chit-chatting, and we're just drinking bourbon. So hang out with us. Maybe you guys have some tastes that are similar to ours, but what we are tasting is, let's see if I can do this. Maybe E.H. Taylor.
Good.
What is that? Kentucky Spirit.
Yep.
Smoke Wagon. What is that one?
Early Times.
Early Times.
Bottled and Bone.
Woodford Double Oaked.
Benchmark Single Barrel.
Benchmark Single Barrel.
Eagle
Rare. And Bibb and Tucker 10-year.
Yes.
So, Woodford and Over are going to be our 90 to 95 proof. And then this one,
Early Times.
And this way is going to be our 100 proof. So that's what we got working today. We're going to do a blind. David's going to pour me 4. He's going to know which ones are which, and I'm going to taste them. Actually, what we're going to do, I'm sorry, I lied. We're going to pour 2 head-to-head and then pick our favorite, and then 2 head-to-head and pick our favorite, and then the 2 winners of that are going to go against each other for first place, second place, and then we'll do the 2 losers for third place, fourth place. So we'll be able to pick our favorite out of each proof and really see if we should be spending all the money that we do on bourbon.
All right.
And the answer is probably not.
Probably not.
Okay. Dave's going to go pour my drinks. What are we starting with? The higher or the lower?
We're going to start with the low.
Starting with the low proof. So while he is doing that, quick plug. We are dropping a whole bunch of TikToks here in the next month before Christmas. Make sure you guys go follow that, and you can grab that and see those. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the content. I love the feedback. If you guys would please let me know if you're liking it, if you're not, because I'm like a arrow in the dark right now, pun intended, for the show. It's just I'm creating what I think is cool, and while I will continue to do that, if you guys just aren't digging it, then ultimately I'm doing it for you guys second, and for me first. I mean, this is why I do it is for me. I think it's great, at least that content portion of it. So any feedback is greatly appreciated for anything that anything we put out. David and I did go duck hunting this morning. Well, let me back up. David and I did go duck missing this morning. We went out to some public land we've been to before and had a great time. Saw probably 8 or 10 ducks, which is pretty good for public land, setting up, the ass crack of dawn. But the bad part about it was I went yesterday to this public land, found a great spot, and this is the nature of the beast with public land. I had found a great spot. Set up a blind, put some trees up, put a netting up, the whole enchilada, and we get there this morning. It was about 4:30, I guess, which I assumed was ample time. 4:30 is 3 hours before sunrise. We were getting there super early, and there were guys there that had been there since 3 a.m. and already thrown their decoys out about 20 yards away from where we were set up. So, while it sucks, that's public land for you. They were there first, and that's how it goes, unfortunately. So we had to go tear down what we had in our blind, pick it up, drive to another spot. By the time we got set up, it was like 6:30. We're exhausted, sweating, had a breakfast taco. Just a spot that we were trying out from a friend, and it actually turned out to be pretty good. We had a decent little spread, nothing crazy. I'm very new to duck hunting, so any, help from, David's been doing it a long time, from him, any advice I take very seriously, and we try to do our best, but ultimately we're out there, the hope and a prayer on public land, that is. And I'd say we have a good time. We had a volley of 6 come in, and we had a volley of 6 leave. And then, after they kind of calmed down from the shots, can I put these on here so it doesn't make any racket?
Yeah, sorry.
And then after those 6 left and did what they needed to do, we had a...
Did you keep the numbers with the correct?
I did, yes. After that 6 kind of left, we had 3 come in, and we had 3 leave. So... we wasted some shells this morning, is what we really did.
We brought the blanks by accident.
Yeah. It was a good time.
Yeah.
But nice and chilly this morning. We're hopefully going to go back next week.
Yes.
Because we got to get some ducks in the freezer. All right, let's get into this. So I'm just, and then.
Yep. And then winner. And then.
I got my water here.
And you can see I'm tasting a few bourbons, so I didn't give you a good pour. So stop. Make sure you
just sip it lightly.
Yeah, you just get a little taste.
Start with a 1. I'm not going to be describing flavors or anything. That doesn't do it for me. I'll tell you if I like it or not. But David's the flavor guy.
Sometimes.
I think we should also, after we rank them, guess which one is which.
Sure.
I mean, not that it makes a difference. It is what it is. But
yeah,
why not? Right.
You may guess away. You didn't bring me a water, so I'll have to go get one.
There's one in the...
Oh, yeah.
Your water from last time.
Yes.
All right. I kind of forgot what the bourbons were that we were drinking.
The Boom & Tucker, the Eagle Rare, the Benchmark Single Barrel, and the Woodford Double H.
I'm scared to make the wrong decision because I love
Why is
Eagle
it wrong?
Rare. I love Eagle Rare so much, and I don't want it to be last. I'm so scared. Why did you start me off on this one? Like we should have done the high proofs.
But it'll keep you from having to go sit in line. I can always go back there and put a little bit more in for later if you gotta keep tasting.
No, I don't think so. I like this one better.
Okay.
So 2.
So 2.
2's the winner there.
Okay.
I guess.
Yeah, just keep it with that glass.
2's the winner there. And I think I like 2 better just because it felt a little less harsh.
Really? Okay.
Oh, I'm so scared. It's probably Eagle Rare. It's going to be last. It's trash. Oh, I'm so mad right now.
If it is, I'm going to take that bottle.
The hell
that
you
bottle
are.
home.
Nah.
I guarantee you I could pick out Eagle Rare. But don't think about picking it out. Just which one tastes better. That's the whole purpose of this.
I know.
It surprises a lot of people when they do this, right?
I think I know which one that is. 3. Let's do the last place first.
You want to go last first?
Yeah.
First is last?
Playing musical cups over here. Well, 1 and 4 is last, right?
Yeah, 1 and 4 is last.
Okay, that's fine. We'll just leave them where they're at. They're fine.
Where they're at.
You already know I fucked it up, didn't you?
No, there's nothing to fuck up here.
Damn it. I don't know, man. The only one that's been distinctly different to me is 4.
What do you think it is?
I think it's the Bib Tucker.
Okay.
Right, because we had Woodford Double Oaked, Bib and Tucker.
Single barrel, benchmark, and Eagle Rare. Hey, puppy.
Four is in last place.
Okay.
1 is in third place.
Okay.
I think the 4 is the Bib and Tucker. Only because it tastes the most different. Or maybe it's the... Fuck, I don't know.
You're supposed to guess later.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Okay.
That's a good one.
What doesn't know is I poured the same thing in all 4.
Yeah, they're probably the same damn whiskey. I'm going to go back in one more time.
No, sorry, we got up early. I'm excited to be here, though. So thanks for having me. Moment of truth.
Number 2. First place.
Okay. So what do you want?
This has got to be Eagle Rare.
Why don't you guess what they are first, and then I'll tell you what you got.
This has got to be Eagle Rare because I want it to be first place. Okay.
Okay.
This is really close. So I'm going to go with that's the single barrel.
Okay.
And then I'm split between, I haven't had double oaked in so long. So I'll just stick with my gut and say that's the Bib and Tucker and this is a double oaked.
Okay. So this is the double oak.
Yeah, those could have been interchangeable for me.
This is the Bib and Tucker.
Okay, so I was just missing it, and I fucked this up, didn't I? This Eagle Rare?
This is the Eagle Rare.
No!
And this is the single barrel you find on the shelf
No.
everywhere for $24.99.
No, it's not. Three's better.
All right. You want to let your palate cool for a minute and do mine on this round? Or do you want to go straight to hundreds?
Man, these are so freaking close.
That's why I love it.
Damn it. You said this was a Bib, this number 3 was Bib and Tucker?
Yeah.
Or my third place?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
The double oak.
I didn't care for it. But yeah, dude, these are close. Eagle Rare and single barrel benchmark.
Yep.
I could hardly tell the difference. You know, if you were going to hold a gun to my head and tell me which one to pick, I probably would have still made the same decision. But it's probably a mental thing. Now knowing what I know, I feel like this is just a titch smoother than this. But the flavor is the same.
That's what I get from them. So I'm going to be interested to see if I can pick it up.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
You want to go keep going and then just wash glasses once?
Oh, you like me just do the hot ones? Yeah, and then I'll wash them out for you. That's fine. So,
all right. I'll be back.
We'll just take these shots real quick.
Yeah. Just pour all that in one glass and drink it.
Oh, God. Freaking single barrel benchmark. Blowing my socks off. I will say for all those, just like I said, they were very interchangeable to me. I had to pick a first place. But it does make me happy to know that the cheaper option, I mean, it's just as good in first place. I could have tied him in first place, but nobody likes kissing their sister. So, man, that was ridiculous. Yeah, I do not like that double oaked. Not even a little bit. Not after drinking these other two. I told you I was scared, David. Dang it. This one is good, but I can't figure out what the flavor is.
You don't get that praline like you did off the bottle I had, the younger?
I mean, it's nutty.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. It's different. It's good. The Bib and Tucker 10 year is good. I found it on the shelf a couple weeks ago. Just sitting on the shelf at Total Wine, and so I bought it.
Hey, Mouse. God. This should be good news for you, because now when you go in the store,
not. Well, I mean, Eagle Rare is $35.
But it's the availability of it.
The availability is a problem with Eagle Rare. If you guys have a bourbon contact on how we can get the good stuff, because allocated in Texas blows to have to deal with. I'm interested for this next round because I typically do not like a high proofed bourbon, and by high proofed I mean anything over 100. I'm a little baby when it comes to bourbon, so we'll see how this goes. And round two.
Hello, I'm back.
Dave's back.
Wait.
I'm sleepy.
This is a 2 and this is the 3.
You sure?
Oh, I'm fine with that. That's why I told you put your 1 and 2 there.
Oh, I didn't. Sorry, I thought you just meant to switch them.
No.
That's what I gathered. Okay, now we're going high proof, which was?
Early Times, bottled and bond. Kentucky Spirit, which is a wild turkey product, and it's actually 101. So earlier we said up to 100. There's a 101. And then you've got your E.H. Taylor, bottled and bond, and then your Smoke Wagon. All.
See, I'm not too scared about this round because I don't care which one of those is my favorite.
You might care.
Depending on the price, I might care.
It might put you standing back in line. You never know.
Damn it. All right. Early times.
That's the everyday finder.
See, I don't know the flavor profiles of these bourbons enough, which I think is a good thing.
Yeah.
The lower proofs is because what I like to drink
is
what I feel like I know a little bit.
Yeah.
But these higher ones, like, that does nothing for me. That could have been any of them.
You mean you don't like the flavor?
No, I mean I do, but I don't have a guess as to what this is. I have no idea because I don't drink any of those enough.
So you won't be guessing this round.
Oh, I'll be guessing. Screw it, right? Yeah. But, which is good for the blind taste test is because I don't have a clue.
Yeah. I unfortunately drink all of these bourbons, therefore I may or may not be able to pick them all out.
Ooh, that is an interesting aftertaste.
What does interesting mean in this scenario? Good or bad?
Just different, and I don't think I like it.
Okay.
But I can't tell you why.
But I don't know why.
I just don't think I like it. I'm gonna be drunk.
Possibly. Yeah, there's a lot left in that one. I might have poured that one like I was going to drink it.
I think just because of whatever this aftertaste is, I got to push this to the bottom. I don't enjoy that.
Slide it up.
So number one is...
Number one so far.
What's going on? Let me cleanse it. God forbid I buy one more Texas.
No, you don't need it.
Yeah, apparently not. And if I'm being honest, when we bought these, These are pretty sick. My wife found them. They're like leather cutout cowhides in the shape of Texas. These are the only 3 colors. Because nobody buys coasters in sets of 4. This is pretty irritating. So we got the 3 colors.
Buy a set of 6. I have 2 of each.
But see, now you're making too much sense.
Sorry.
All right.
3 against 4.
It's very peppery.
Peppery?
Mm-hmm. Very peppery.
Interesting. Twins?
Oof, I don't like this round as much.
Because you just don't know the flavors or because the proof's too high?
Yes.
Okay.
3.
You like 3 better.
I do.
Okay.
So going in last place,
All
I'll
right.
just leave these here. 3 or 2 and 4 in last place, whatever that means.
Yeah.
Do it for me.
It's fun to watch this because the things I know about what he says about these bourbons.
I gotta go number 2 in 3rd place
Okay.
and 4 in last. I don't like either of them, truthfully. I'm not a huge fan of either flavor.
Okay.
But I like this one a little bit less more.
A little bit less. Less.
Yes. I like this one a little bit less. Yeah. Okay. 1 versus 3. It's a good bourbon. Number 3 is a good bourbon.
Okay.
I like that one.
Okay.
I like that one a lot. It's got good flavor. It's not too hot for me. Whew, that's close. That's really close. We've got another Eagle Rare benchmark situation going on here. Come on, early times.
I like all these bourbons.
I like
Like
it.
in the lineup. Well, not so much the Devil Oak anymore.
I did not, and I think you'll probably agree with me that'll be 4th place, only because I know your palate.
Yeah.
There's something
too much.
weird about it.
Too much oak for me.
Man, those are close, but I think I got to keep it in the same order. 1's in first place, 3, 2, 4.
Okay.
So my first place, only going off of what I know about titles, I'm gonna say H. Taylor. I have no idea. This is honestly a crapshoot for all these, so I'm gonna go H. Taylor.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go Early Times, just because I think these taste similar. And you
Okay.
said that was the cheaper option, right?
I said that the Early Times to me has a similar palate as Buffalo Trace products.
So yeah, okay, yeah. So we're in the same realm.
I think it tastes more. Honestly, I think it tastes more like an Eagle Rare though than an E.H. Taylor. But continue.
Okay, and then I don't know if this is Smoke Wagon. I don't know, man. That's a crapshoot. Let's go Smoke Wagon in last place because I didn't like it at all.
Which is funny because you used to put it in your decanter downstairs.
I mean, I drink it, and I'm gonna drink it.
I'm gonna drink it.
So
Yes.
Smoke Wagon in last place. I'll pull these up so the camera
You
can see.
gotta-
But Smoke Wagon in last place.
Yep.
Um,
He got one.
so that's correct. And then in third place,
You-
I said, what was the other one?
Well, based on these, this would be Kentucky Spirit.
Yeah, third place Kentucky Spirit.
Okay.
Second place Early Times. First place E.H. Taylor because I'm just going off a brand.
Flip these.
So this is E.H. Taylor.
Yes.
Okay, this is good. This is very good.
Yes. This is very
And
good.
then early times. Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan.
Of the early times.
No, I mean,
Yeah. It has an aftertaste. A little bit.
and that's what I'm tasting. It's very pungent.
Man, I don't know that I remember pungent, but
It's different. It's weird to me.
yeah.
So yeah. All right. So we've learned that E.H. Taylor. See, I think you're right. I think we should put this up against small batch.
Yeah.
To see which is the best of the
single
barrel, because
benchmark.
none of these are too hot.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not in the 120 larceny barrel proof kind of stuff. So,
Yeah. All right.
yeah.
You got a lot to drink before we do that, though.
Son of a bitch. Well, let me start with this one.
You could leave that one, and I'll put the other one in this one, so you won't know which glass is which, because you're gonna
That's
taste
true. Here,
this.
I'll do this. And you can put single barrel on that and then come out and flip flop however you feel. And then I'll keep working on these.
Back.
Yeah. So what we're going to do next is we did the low proof, and I did single barrel and Eagle Rare, my 1-2. And the high proof and E.H. Taylor and
Kentucky Spirit.
Kentucky. This Kentucky Spirit?
What's second?
Kentucky Spirit, good.
It's
That's very good. Is my second. So what we're going to do now is put up the E.H. Taylor against the single barrel benchmark, which were my number ones in both categories, to see which one I like more out of either one of those after I take these bourbon shots. So for you guys, if you had the benchmark single barrel and the E.H. Taylor, is this regular E.H. Taylor?
Yes.
Regular E.H. Taylor. Just run of the mill, if you will. Which one's your favorite out of both of them? Or Eagle Rare? Because that really did blow my mind. I'm still on that. Because if you had to make me choose and really decipher the flavor, the Eagle Rare was smoother. But it was so hard to tell.
That's not what you thought at first.
I don't disagree. All right.
Which one did you start with?
That's good. That's a good one. This one.
I'm pretty sure they're both good.
This one is a good bourbon. Whatever that means.
I'm pretty sure they're both good. Winner. $24.99 on the shelf.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
Single barrel benchmark takes the freaking cake over Eagle Rare and E.H. Taylor for me. I gotta go get some more of that. That's good, man. That's whew. Now, see, as we were talking about off stream, the flavor and the smoothness I can dig of this, the benchmark.
Mm-hmm.
But if I were to have 3 or 4 glasses, am I going to feel better in the morning after drinking this, or feel better in the morning after drinking Eagle Rare?
I don't know. I think there's a lot of factors that go into that. You know? I mean, I know they say better tequila or all this stuff.
Yeah,
additives.
but that's what I'm saying. Like this
there's
is
not to be a bourbon. It's all the same thing. Now you can take it into the toasteds and stuff, but that's why it's labeled that way.
Right. But my thing was like, it's not aged as long. Is there more sugars?
Yeah, like is the sugar content higher? Possibly.
Or the longer you age it, the less sugar it gets into the. I have no idea.
Who did we meet earlier today on the live? Was it Cody?
Cody?
Yeah, maybe Cody has that answer. Since he works up there in the distillery.
Dakota.
Dakota?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he's probably got to ask that question.
Wow.
All right.
Wow, wow, wee wow. Well,
If you want to nurse those for a little bit, I'll run down and grab 2 other glasses. Since
no,
you
it's okay.
just had.
You can grab that glass though, and I'll marry them.
I mean, you might as well.
I'll just marry them, and we'll see how the blend. Let's blend my 2 favorite bourbons. Just throw Eagle Rare away.
I'm taking those home with me.
What was it?
Well, you can't do that because then. Well, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, wasn't. What's his name? Jason. Oh God.
Sorry, I know a lot of Jasons.
Jason. No, the guy in the movies. Jason. He's an actor.
Sudeikis.
Is that Jason Sudeikis in like where he drives cross country with Melissa McCarthy? And they're in the diner, and she like orders all the food, and he's like, "The fuck you are." Is that movie? He's the one in Ozark. That Jason. Isn't that Jason?
No, that's Jason Bateman.
Jason Bateman. Okay, yeah, Jason Bateman is the one with Melissa McCarthy that drives across country. Identity theft. Identity theft. And but what you just said, he was like, "I'm taking those balls home." I said, "The fuck you are."
Yeah, we had a good time this morning. We duck hunted. Well, we hunted because we shot. We didn't obviously harvest any ducks, but it was a good time. Had a buddy at work drop me some pins on some good locations. Last year we tried this lake and it wasn't as productive as we went twice and we saw 1 duck. So the fact that we saw 10, 12 ducks, it's good. It's a good morning. The people behind us, man, they were having a really good morning and an early morning. So good for them. They're in the cove north of us. So it's kind of worth looking into for the next trip too, but I definitely want to try. So is that your 1 and 2 in order?
Yep.
So, okay.
Yeah, so 3 or 4 is up next.
All right. So, yeah, we're gonna try and get back out there next week so that we can hopefully hit something this time. It's kind of surprising, really. I don't know. I guess we weren't prepared. I know the first time Justin shot, he was not prepared, and we had a good volley come in.
I had half a taco in my mouth on the first shot.
He did.
3 and 4.
And will you grab that water for you, Sam?
Yeah.
Thank you. Anyways, we'll get them next time.
Did you tell them the story about the first mallard? Yeah, so we're sitting there, first shooting light, 7:23. Okay, it's 7:05. So I mean, we're well into shooting light, but it's not quite sunrise. And David and I are like, you know what? We'll have taco. Shame on us for literally 8 minutes after we can shoot our weapons. We're like, fuck it, duck hunt's over. Let's have our taco, right?
Yeah.
So, I'm mid taco bite, and I'm kind of bent over underneath the like the netting we have up, and it's still as can be. And I just hear a ripple on the water, and I was like, that was weird. And I kind of peek over, and there's just a duck sitting there 6 yards in front of me. So I'm mid taco bite, grab my gun, come up, and clearly I'm on safety. Punch the trigger, still on safety. Have to clear the safety. She flies away, bang, bang. And I'm just standing there, empty gun, taco in mouth, and I'm like, yeah, well, that's that. So
I think my boy's trying to screw me right off the bat and put up Eagle Rare against single barrel.
That would be cheeky.
Cheeky.
Let's see what this blend's like.
Yeah.
Not as good individual. I'll tell you that right now.
Seriously?
It's not as good. There's so much better.
It's not like a black and white cookie. It's better together.
Wee doggy. I gotta go back and look at those to make sure I know what I'm gonna tell you is right.
Can I taste 3 and 4 for a pick?
Oh, yeah, sure.
That'd be cheating.
Well, I mean, yeah, that would be cheating. Yeah, pick between those first.
God. Flavor-wise, I like one. Smoothness-wise, I like the other.
Oh, flavor-wise, okay, I got it. Cool.
I think. I could have.
Can't think for you. So
I could
as much as this country wants to tell us that they think for us, I can't, sir.
What's in this lineup again? Eagle, Benchmark, Double Oaked,
and Bib.
The
and
Bib.
Tuck.
Bib one I haven't had a lot of. This one's throwing me off.
Mm. Do the right thing.
If I was going to do the right thing, what does that mean?
Do the right thing.
Do you hear somebody whispering?
You guys like the lights?
I'll pick 1 over 2.
Okay.
Smoother.
So 1 is in the deal, and then 2 is in the bottom shelf.
It's smoother.
So today's?
I did start with the lower proofs first, or did you mix them up on me?
Nope, that's right. The Eagle single, yeah, that one. The fact that you can't tell that?
No, I mean it's 90 to 100 is pretty. That's your double oaked, I think.
Okay.
I think. I haven't had the Bib and Tucker very often. No. This is the double oak.
No.
That's your double oak. This is, I think, your Bib and Tucker. So it's these two against each other? Or do I go backwards?
Yeah,
first?
go back.
I don't have to taste it. I don't like that one.
What was that, number 4?
4.
Okay.
That one's strong.
Okay.
Whatever that is strong. I don't like that one.
All right. Keep that in mind.
Hopefully I kept myself out of standing in line.
About to find out. 1 verse 3.
This has got a richer flavor. It's oilier. It sits on your palate more, so it makes me think it's
Oilier?
Yeah, like it leaves a residue on your tongue. It's thicker.
That's a first for me. What does that? I mean, what does that mean to you?
Typically, it would mean to me that it's probably an older. But it's probably not now that you make that comment. Because I actually, with that sip, I was like, man, is that Benchmark?
Why does oily mean older, though?
But not
to me,
oil.
that would mean younger. Like
No.
it just hasn't had enough time to marinate. That was my smirk. Like I was thinking in my head younger, and you said older, and I was like, I'm fucking wrong. It had nothing to do with which one was which. It was. In my head, I was like, it's probably younger, and I didn't say anything.
Well, think about the longer it sits in there, it just gets kind of thicker, right? Like it's married.
Malt.
Like it's married more together to where it's harder to separate.
I mean, yeah, I guess so.
I like the flavor of this better.
Okay. So 1, 2.
The three of these are close.
And then this one.
1, 2, 3. That's a double oak, right?
Okay, so guess which one is which, starting with the number 4.
Double oak.
Okay.
I'm hoping it's Bib and Tucker.
Third place, which was second, but that doesn't mean anything to you. So third place.
I'm going to say Bib and Tucker.
Okay.
These two are hard. Bench Eagle.
Bib and Tucker.
Okay.
Number 2, double oaked.
Okay.
Number 3, Eagle. Number 1, single barrel benchmark.
Yep.
Single barrel benchmark takes the cake for both of us. When you threw this out on the second round and you took one sip, you're like, that's your double oak. I was like,
That's what I got from it. Like,
yeah, Eagle Rare.
wow.
So, I mean, we were the same, 1, 2.
Yeah.
And then we were different over here because you were double oaked and then Bib and Tucker.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like that Bourbon Tucker, apparently.
Really?
Well, I mean, I would drink it.
Well, we're talking about top 4, not top 40. This
Right.
isn't our 39th and 40 picks. I mean, these are all drinkers.
This right here.
Dude, that's the ticket, man.
I keep telling everybody it's a sleeper that don't tell too many people because...
Yeah, easy. There's only like 50 people that watch this show.
Good.
So.
That's good because we don't want it to become allocated.
Yeah.
$24.99.
That's crazy.
Yep.
That's crazy. It was crazier to me that you right off the cut said that was double oaked. When double oak to me was so distinguishable. Not as double oaked, but as like not good. Like these are so close for me. And the fact that you were
Right now, they're very close. What was this paired with? That?
4, which was the Bib.
But
Did you drink that first? Because you drank it and said, that's your double oak, and set it off to the side, and you're like, no, I don't like that. And then you put that in last place. I mean, there's only one sip apiece.
Yeah, yep, you're right. That's what happens when you do a blind. Your taste buds talk instead of the label.
Uh-huh. All right, well, take some shots.
And this is only a 4-year bourbon. So there goes the window of my conversation about being thicker and older.
Yeah. Aren't you a little bit disappointed in yourself?
No, because I've told you that these
I
are
think Eagle
so
Rare is
identical.
still my favorite, though.
I mean, you can say that all you want. But you picked Benchmark twice.
What'd you call me?
You picked Benchmark twice.
That's what I thought, bitch.
Maybe I just need more in my palate than a little nip. Because, like...
You want me to pour you 2 fingers?
No. I already got a buzz, but...
You're
because when I took...
I'm done.
Yeah. When I took the drink of this, I tasted Woodford. Like my brain. I know it now, but I mean, it just... Because I finished it. Yeah. Yeah.
Not for you?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I didn't mind it. I mean, it still came in 3rd place, but we're talking about going up against Eagle Rare benchmarks. I mean,
Yeah.
3rd place is not bad.
Whew.
You don't want to finish that?
No, I don't.
All right, I'm going to the next one. Put these in like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'll just remember which ones they are.
Remember which ones they are.
Just 1, 2, 3, 4, so I can bring them out in my order, and I don't have to figure
You don't
out
have
where
to
they
be
go.
like, where do I put this?
Yeah, exactly.
I follow you now. Sorry about that.
Sorry, chat.
Make sure you rinse them and dry them,
Yes, sir.
or I'll have a non-random random. I don't know. I'm a little surprised, honestly, but I thought I could probably pick those apart. But they're so close. I mean, they're so close. It's crazy. Crazy stuff. So, those y'all aren't familiar with Benchmark, they've got several labels. They've got their standard, which I don't recommend unless you're just making a rum and coke or I'm sorry, a bourbon and coke. They've got one that's called a small batch and a top floor. And I took the recommendation of the gentleman that I talked to quite a bit at the store. And he and I seem to have very similar palates, and he says they're not really very good as far as anything special. And then you've got your single barrel, which I paired before next to the Eagle Rare, and I'm like, man, they're so so similar, as you can see, they were. They have, and just so you know too, the word on the street is the benchmark bourbons are a Buffalo Trace product that they've aged 4 years, they've taste tested, and they don't feel like it's lending toward the exact palate of the bourbon they're looking for out of that lineup. So, single barrel, 95 proof. Yeah, it's a little higher than Eagle Rare at 90 proof, but they're almost identical, right? They also have a bottled and bond version. They call it bonded on the label. And I put it next to E.H. Taylor, and it's almost identical also. And then they have a full proof, which is at 125 proof that I put next to the Stag Junior I have, and it's almost identical. So the most expensive bottles, $26, $28, depending on the store you're in. Okay. Pause. So now he's got me set up for hundreds. And I'm scared. Because I really like my E.H. Taylor. They all smell the same. Alright. I guess let's start.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know. You poured a lot of bourbon into these glasses.
Huh?
You poured a lot of bourbon into these glasses.
Well, you made me go second, so I have a buzz.
I made you go first, you did.
I told you I had a buzz. Chat, can you clip that? That's going to be a TikTok. Wrong.
That's good.
Okay, that's right. I mean, they're all good, but... Guess what I poured in here?
I'm going to go with Eagle Rare.
This game isn't fun.
Even though he knows he likes Benchmark better.
Dude, they're the same.
That's not what we just found out a minute ago.
But they are. Like, I could have picked either one of those in first place for me. He thinks he knows what that is.
I like that one.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's okay.
So now I got to pick between these two? I don't like doing this. I like drinking them and trying to figure out which ones they are, I think.
When we're doing that.
No, you're making me say one is better than the other. Whew.
I mean, one is going to be better than the other.
Okay, I think this is... So here's the thing, right?
Here's the thing.
I like both of these. I do. But they're different.
I don't know if you want me to say sorry or...
What am I up against? E.H. Taylor, Kentucky Spirit, Smoke Wagon,
Early Times.
and Early Times.
But it doesn't matter. Just tell me which ones taste better.
I'm just trying to remember.
Don't remember. Just think for now.
They're just different. It's hard. I mean...
Do you want me to throw in a ringer and let you taste these two?
Yeah, let me do that.
All right. That's fair. You know the flavors more than me. Especially in these higher proofs, so...
I know what that is. That aftertaste.
I don't remember anymore. We just did it and I don't remember.
I feel like my tongue is numb right now.
Yeah, tum in them.
My tongue is numb.
Jeez. Clip that one too. That's going to be a TikTok.
What time? It's not even 3 o'clock.
Okay, now clip it because that's even better that you know what time it is.
I gotta re-drink that. That almost came up my nose. I can't drink any more bourbon. I like all of them.
Nope. You have to choose. And then you have to choose your favorite. based on the number ones from each. Remember? Don't sit here and tell me you can't drink any more bourbon. Finish those glasses.
Interesting.
Well, choose between these two. I mean, are these your 1-2?
Probably. I can't decide. I mean, I like them all.
Okay, so...
Okay, I think I'm probably going to say...
I mean, let's just get down to brass tacks. Just tell me which one's your favorite. Because the other order doesn't really matter, right? So tell me which one's your favorite, and then you can guess which ones they are. So I won't make you do the whole pick between, because you do like all of them, and I kind of thought that was going to happen. So which one's your favorite, and then name them.
I don't know. I think I've drank too much bourbon to understand any of this anymore. This one I want to say I don't care for in comparison to those three because I feel like it's got that aftertaste that's early times.
Okay.
Which creeps up on me every now and again. This one seems hot, which makes me think it's Kentucky Spirit.
Okay.
Between these two, they taste different, but I like both of them. So like if I had to pick one for the rest of my life, it's probably number 2.
Dun dun dun.
Where are we at?
I realize it doesn't mean anything to anybody except for me, and that was pointless.
I don't.
Number 1.
Number 1 is,
which could have been your first place, could have been your second, E.H. Taylor.
So I figured.
Number 2 was your first place, could have been your second, Smoke Wagon.
That's what I thought.
Number 3 is Early Times, then Aftertaste, and number 4 is Kentucky Spirit. So you got 3 and 4 correct.
Yeah, those two are hard. It's been a long time since I've had Smoke Wagon, and I just know E.H. Taylor for me tends to have a better or a richer flavor than Eagle. But man, this seems very similar to Eagle.
I don't think I got that. I'm going to have to roll the clip back and check it, but I don't think I felt the same way.
Yeah, like, I mean, either one of these are great bourbons. It's like, what do you want more, smooth or do you want flavor?
Smooth, always.
I know you're a smooth person.
Yeah, I'm a smooth guy.
You poured way too much bourbon in these cups. So are you going to make me do this versus...
Yep.
Shit.
So finish the E.H. Taylor, and you don't have to finish those two. That's fine.
Take that back with you. Drinking too fast. This is too much too fast.
What she said.
Now I think I understand why I've noticed anytime I'm watching somebody do a taste test, it's usually only between 2 bourbons and not 8. And or if they're doing a bracket, you notice why they're wearing different clothes because they've taken a break. Maybe even had a siesta.
I think that's right.
Do you want to go look?
Nope. I don't.
Do you care? Nope.
Nope. I do care, and I know that's right.
Okay.
You not gonna finish it?
I might.
You gonna blend it?
No. Not after your...
I was surprised at how terrible that tasted. He said,
Wow. In comparison, this is benchmark. This is the Smoke Wagon.
which one do you like better? I'm not going to tell you if you're right or not.
Why not?
Because then you'll choose the label. So tell me which one you like better.
Choose the label. What I'm surprised about is how much more butterscotch I get out of this after drinking that first.
Butterscotch?
Butterscotch.
Like old granny in a long dress with a...
Which I get a lot. So I was telling them while you were out about, I know we've talked about it. They've got the single barrel, the bonded, and the foolproof and what they relate to. The foolproof, which is supposed to be Stag Junior Young, has a lot of butterscotch. Like if I didn't know better, I would think you just poured me 124 proof foolproof benchmark. That's how much butterscotch I get off that. And it's crazy that whatever's in this pulled the flavor, that much flavor out of it, because I didn't get it the entire time. So
that's just what tells us that this entire thing is pointless.
Why?
Because you're just tasting different flavors.
But what is this?
Tell me which one's your favorite, and I'll tell you which one you're wrong about.
I think this would be my favorite.
That's the benchmark.
Yeah. It's got better flavor than this.
Really?
Benchmark? I think it has better flavor.
Well, I mean, just... Heck, 5 minutes ago you said if you want flavor, you're drinking Smoke Wagon. If you want smoothness, you're drinking E.H. Taylor. And you think single barrel... I know those aren't the same thing, but then you said single barrel is more flavorful than Smoke Wagon, and this was your flavorful pick. You were correct, by the way. I was being a dick, but yeah.
I know. I'm used to it.
Yeah, well... Somebody's got to be...
But what I'm saying is what's so surprising about it is this flavor didn't come out this bourbon this entire time until now. And it was after I tasted this bourbon. So whatever the flavor palette in here enhanced this. That's what's crazy to me. Because if I would have tasted that the entire time, I'd have told you it's the single barrel.
Wow. Meanwhile, I haven't tasted butterscotch all day.
Take a sip of that and then take a sip of that and tell me if you taste butterscotch.
I don't like butterscotch.
Apparently he does because it won twice.
I hate myself.
I love it.
Oh.
Right? In that time? That's pretty good. See? Didn't get butterscotch.
So do your thing. You got a little bit left.
It's got a lot of pepper and cinnamon. Did you get cinnamon too? I know you called pepper.
Peppery, but not cinnamon.
Yeah, I get cinnamon.
I just think cinnamon and whiskey. I think Fireball, and I just can't.
Butterscotch. That's weird. That's so weird.
It's got to be the peppery, like it's destroying your taste buds and it's allowing it to taste the butterscotch or something.
Well, it's funny because like at home, I have, when I'm at home, I'll have a handful of things, right? A little of this, a little of that. Very rarely.
More of this, a little more of that.
Yeah, I was getting there. But my point is I don't walk in and say, oh, tonight I'm drinking Buffalo Trace, or I'm drinking Weller, or I'm drinking Blue Note, or Smoke Wagon. Yeah. I don't pick one thing. I'll go in and I'll be like, okay, what am I in the mood for? Oh, this sounds good. I'll have a glass.
See, I can't do flavors like that.
And then I go, you know what? I'm ready for this. I want more vanilla for it. I want more caramel. I want a little oak. Just what do I want based off of what I just drank? And there has been times where I pour a single barrel. I go sit down, I'm watching my show. I go to take a drink and I go, did I pour foolproof or did I pour single barrel? And now I know that those flavors can be pulled out of this. I poured single barrel. So something I drank before that on my shelf pulled those flavors out.
Yeah, mine's more arbitrary on the choice of whiskey for that evening. It's a walk upstairs and whichever one speaks to me.
He looks at the label.
I do. I'm a label guy. For 100%. Yeah, I mean, I'll admit it. I got no problem admitting when I'm wrong.
Here's what you're going to do. We had a conversation earlier about putting something in a barrel or in a bottle to take with us for someone. Now you know what to put in there, and he won't know the difference.
Jack Daniels?
Yes.
And put Dr. Pepper in it anyway. You know who you are. We love you. Seriously, though, we're going next Tuesday?
I want to.
That's not what I asked you.
I know.
I know you want to tomorrow, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all.
You need to bring your mojo.
Yes.
Next time.
Yes.
We could throw it out in the middle of our valley at like the tip or something like that. And
see if it helps.
Maybe. Helps me not have to call as much because apparently it's trash.
I think your call's fine.
It's not good. Let me just preface. The call is not good. I have no practice time and I should practice more, but
you're low, so I don't know. Try blowing a little harder in it.
What do you mean?
Like a little, just blow harder in it.
You said the note is low.
The note
it needs
is
to be
low.
more high pitched.
Yeah. If you
that would be a harder blow.
Yeah. Your note's low, so blow harder. And we got some good comments. Use your tongue a little bit more. Yeah,
no, there were plenty of great comments that were helpful that I'm going to use, and there are plenty of shitty ones.
Well, I mean, that's social media.
Amen.
That's what you signed up for, buddy.
Amen. Yeah, there were a lot of good comments to help.
I tell you what, that first live,
I thought David was going to come unglued. David went full dad mode on my.
I was wearing my pissy pants over that. I was like, why are people so mean?
I think you were wearing your pissy pants because there was 250,000 people watching.
No.
And I don't know, I'm getting there. There's 250,000 people watching, so the comments were rolling in by the 20s. So you couldn't read them all. So it was like 20 comments pop up and you glance through them and somebody says some shitty stuff. And then 20 more a half second later and 20 more and you just can't keep up. So you're already overwhelmed and stressed out. And then on top of that, for whatever reason in your mind, all you see is the crappy comments and not the people who are like, this is cool.
No, it was nice to see the gentleman say, hey, don't listen to them. They don't understand
There's
beer
a lot
management.
of good people in the chat, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good people in this industry.
First of all, if you don't like hunting and you're against harvesting animals, why would you stop on a live?
Bye. Right?
I mean, move on. Go watch your goat yoga or whatever the fuck you want to watch. Go watch somebody how to fucking bake a cake. I don't know what you're into. And I don't care.
I'm clipping that. Go watch your goat yoga. I love it.
I'm just saying, everybody has their thing. Go do it. I'm not going to... I'll try goat yoga. Invite me. I will come do it.
What kills me the most is the people on
open-minded
on
hashtag
social media.
Fucking figure it out.
What kills me the most on the whitetail thing when we were at gyms were the people that are like, "This isn't hunting. Get a life."
Yeah.
You don't know what you're doing. That's what kills me the most is that those people have no idea what they're talking about, never will, and they think because they've went hunting one time on a backpacking trip, probably with an outfitter that's sitting in a blind, what 98% of all Texans do during whitetail season. That's just a Texas thing. Probably other places too, that it's not hunting.
So here's my beef. Yes. Y'all watched him. Just so y'all know, there was 8 of us out there hunting 1,000 acres. And we all got to see everything he saw. But we were there for a specific animal group, right? We were on a meat hunt. So we were limited to what we could shoot. My man could have shot trophy after trophy after trophy after trophy because they're sitting there, right? But he couldn't because he was there for a purpose. He had 3 opportunities given to him to harvest an animal. How many times did you see or hear of him take a shot?
Why? More than that. I mean, we were there Wednesday evening. Well, I had
No. I'm saying, yes.
I did
you're
3
right.
lives.
I see what you're saying. Yes. He had 7 sits to get 3 animals in the group we were trying to fit.
Yeah.
He came home with 1 animal. He only had the opportunity to shoot 1. Because
that's why it's called hunting.
That's because it's called hunting. We had a gentleman there that was on a trophy hunt. And you'll see, I'm sure he'll work it into where you see this monster deer that was harvested. And he sat 4 times trying to find this deer. The only reason they lucked up on this deer is because we were going to set another guy out, and we backed up, and there was the deer down the Sendero.
Yeah.
We backed out of there. We dropped everything we were doing to make sure that individual got to where he needed to sit and hope that that deer came back in. And he got lucky, and they were able to harvest that deer. That's why it's called hunting.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Most people, I grew up like this. Most people, they don't sit and see those things. I know when you got into hunting, you had your buddy down in Cotulla. There's a lot of deer. So you kind of moved into the hunting realm with, hey, there's a lot of deer, you know. Most people will go all season and see 2 deer, right? And I get that. And that's what most people think is hunting. But just because
you're seeing deer doesn't mean you're
because
them.
Right. It's a managed situation. So that's
or even if it's not a managed situation, you're on public land and you're seeing an ass load of deer, but you're after bucks.
Yeah.
If I was on a live and sitting in a tree in public land in Texas and 7 does walked out, but I only had a buck tag left, those people who we're talking about, who whatever user 7654 who doesn't have a wife or whatever it is, aren't you going to shoot one? This isn't hunting. They're just standing right in front of you. Well, I'm going after a buck that hasn't been here in 3 weeks. So, yeah, I am hunting. So, how about you crawl back into your goat yoga hole?
Go yoga. That's our new
diss.
Yeah, that's our diss. And I'm sorry, goat yoga people. It looks cute.
Well, I don't think it's there's nothing against goat yoga. It's just so different than hunting. I think that's the best part. Like, goat yoga, do it, whatever.
I mean, get after it.
Hashtag get after it. Hashtag don't be a bitch.
Hashtag goat yoga.
I'm gonna have to.
This one was Kentucky Spirit, right?
Well, how are you think that in any universe that you can just after
that you remember
20 minutes I can just remember that? It was hard enough for me to walk from the bedroom. This was my last place.
I know this is early times, and that's kind of disappointing to me because here's what happens.
It's got a bad aftertaste.
It's got a little bit of a ring to it. So early times, I don't remember who owned them. But they got bought out by Sazerac a couple of years ago.
Excuse me? Bless you?
Yeah. Sazerac is who owns your 1792. So they got bought, and I was really excited about it because I tasted the early times, and it was good, and I heard they were putting their spin on it. And you can tell the difference if you ever go in to buy an early times in an old liquor store. I found 1 or 2 in the last year, so they're still out there. If you go in and you find an old bottle of early times, you will know it's the original version by a black lid. It has a black top on it.
Is that what this one was?
No. This is the Sazerac.
Seems like the story's irrelevant.
It's not. I'm educating people. Isn't that what this community is about? Educating?
Yeah, I'm just being an asshole because I've had too much bourbon.
Go to your goat yoga. I'll finish it from here. So anyways.
Thanks for watching David's Guide. I'm looking at you.
The blue screw top is the Sazerac version. It's good. It's still got the similar flavors, but it's not as smooth.
So is that going to be our new thing? Like, if we're hanging out, you know, we got all the hunting buddies together in a text thread, you're being a douche. All I got to send back is hashtag goat yoga, and then you know you're being that guy.
Hey, what time does goat yoga start?
Yeah.
I will tell you this. It's a hell of a day, and it was much needed, so I appreciate it.
Yeah. Hopefully we can go out next week. It was a great day.
Yeah, Kansas.
Yeah, that was a good time. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Knocked Up After the Shot. If you guys are still with us, I appreciate it. What?
All right. Yes, thank you, because I'm sure you signed off a while back.
I mean, if you didn't sign off, you're a true OG, and I appreciate it. Remember, you can find our podcast on Spotify if you don't like looking at our ugly faces. Otherwise, you can keep getting it on YouTube. But hopefully, we can get some more duck hunting out. Make sure you go follow and like the Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all the things. And until next time, drink some bourbon and be still. Don't suck.
I'll try not to get so drunk next time.
Not gonna happen.
No, it won't.